Okay, so one of the things I worked on last year was the motor mount. I've never shown it before on the channel. It didn't come out perfect. What I should have done is raise this piece a little bit higher, and then originally the bolts were facing the other way, and so they stuck out here a little bit and the motor didn't clamp on very well at all. So what I did this season is I went ahead and recessed the mounting locations about halfway through the HDPE, and then same thing on the other side, and of course I reversed them so that the nuts are on the outside. So I think it's going to work out a lot better, and now when the motor goes on there, it clamps on really well. So the original motor mount that came with this boat was, kind of your standard adjustable motor mount with the mounting board on it that, went up and down. It was in pretty bad shape. The plywood had rotted out and it was super rusty. But the other issue is that the Torqeedo, while it's lighter than a typical gas outboard, it is a direct drive motor. And so the motor is right in here. And so a lot of the weight is here. And of course, this is a long shaft. And so when you tilt it back, a lot of the weight is, hanging way out here. And so the old motor mount, if it was bouncing or whatever, like through waves, you could see the whole transom, the fiberglass, like flexing. And so, this one doesn't do that. It's super solid now. But yeah, so the old motor mount, there was way too much flex. It was bolted through, this is a two-piece, there's a liner in here, and so it's hollow in between. This isn't super thick here because it's hollow, and so each side was just, you could see it just flexing back and forth. So anyway, I decided to come up with a solution, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's working out well. So, there's a potential for this boat to capsize, and I don't want to lose my motor, and HDPE is very slick. And so, I'm concerned about, like, if the boat was on its side or even turtled upside down, I don't want the motor to be able to slip off. And, normally a motor mount has like a little edge at the top that kind of grabs the clamps. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use this little carabiner and this eye strap that I installed. And these bolts, or these screws actually, they go all the way through into this other HDPE. So they go all the way through the hull into the other piece of HDPE on the other side. So they're mounted really, really strong. So that's not going anywhere. So I've got the motor mounted, and so this is what it looks like. It's, it can't go anywhere as long as that's on there. So it can lift up a little bit. It has to have enough slack that I can still clip it on to the eye strap when I mount the motor, but it can't go anywhere. So just a little extra insurance in case I capsize.